Hey, how's it going? I am going to offer an opinion here on the current feud between Thunderfoot and his subscribers versus Dawahfilms and his subscribers, supporters. Now, this has gone from an ideological disagreement to a personal one. Now, Dawahfilms made it known some time ago that he was looking for Thunderfoot's personal information because he didn't like the things that Thunderfoot was saying about Islam and Muslims on his YouTube channel. Um, Thunderfoot, of course, is quick to, you know, paint himself as the martyr for free speech. Be my guest. Now, Ali, that was wrong of you to say, I'm trying to get your personal information. I'm going to call your boss. I'm going to call your school. I'm going to call this or that or whatever. That was wrong of you. And it is wrong of you to post videos where you offer little tidbits of what you do know about Thunderfoot, where you repeatedly state that you have his docs. Because all that does is provoke Thunderfoot and his supporters and his subscribers to take more aggressive action against you and other people. All right, you're just poking him in the eye, daring him to hit you back. And when he hits you back, you get mad. It just, no point in that point. Now, and Thunderfoot, of course, has not shown himself in the best light as of late. He involved himself in an incident between Potholder54 and a Muslim woman who had DMCA'd one of Potholder's videos. Now, Potholder had called for some civility in the discussion. He didn't like where it was going. People were attacking her. He wanted to pull it back from the direction it was going in. People just attacking her personally. And that is commendable of him, because he didn't have to. And it seemed that, okay, well, Potholder says be civil, let's all be civil. Thunderfoot wasn't having any of that. Thunderfoot wants people to attack Islam and attack Muslims, and by God, or whatever, he will not tolerate any civility in this goddamn discussion. He wants people to get mean, nasty, and personal, and nobody better stand in his way. All right? So between the two of you, I think that Ali, you are the more approachable one in this discussion for me to offer this bit of advice. And I will grant you, I don't have nearly as many subscribers as you do, and I'm probably not likely to anytime soon. Ali, I think you should walk away from this one. Not because you're wrong or because he has more subscribers than you, but it's like trying to hold back the ocean with a mop. Because it is obvious that Thunderfoot has no respect for Islam or Muslims in any way. And I don't think that there is anything you can say or do that would change his mind. I think that you should stop making videos talking about Thunderfoot, mentioning his name, or anything of that nature. That you should just admit that you are dealing with someone who is not going to listen to a word you fucking say. Will take what you say and twist it around to make it look like you said something that you in fact did not. Now, I do believe, judging by the title of your channel, which is Dawahfilms, that you intended your channel to be talking about Islam and to make dawah for people on behalf of your religion. I think you should go back to that and make videos about Islam and Muslims. I think you should talk about contemporary issues in the Islamic world. I think you should talk about, for example, a recent episode in Egypt where Coptic Christians demonstrated in Cairo about an attack upon their church, and there were people who were attacking Muslims, Egyptian Muslims who were attacking them. You know, these people attacking them, calling for an Islamic state. and so forth and so on. And I think you should talk about these issues. I mean, how is it that if Muslims claim that Islam believes that women have rights, why is it that so many Muslim countries do not give women these rights? If Islam, as I have been told, does command all Muslims to learn, to educate themselves, to get an education, that Muhammad even commanded fathers to educate their daughters and to not show preference to their sons at the expense of their daughters. I think you should talk about these things. There are issues, you know, that the Muslim community, not only in the United States but around the world, is facing. And by concentrating on your feud with Thunderfoot, by talking about him, you're not talking about those issues, which are more important, I think, than anything Thunderfoot can say or do. Now, if you want to be an evangelist, for lack of a better word, for Islam, then I think you should talk about Islam rather than talk about some guy that you have a beef with, or who has a beef with you, or actually you have a beef with each other. So in the final analysis of it, this is a fight that will never end. He'll say something about you, you'll say something about him. He'll say something about you again, and so forth and so on. It's not going to stop. And while you're feuding with him, all these really important, pressing issues that face the Muslim community in the United States, in the Western world, around the world, are going untalked about. Okay? So I think that regardless of what he says or does, Ali, I think you should just simply cross Thunderfoot's name off your list of people to debate with. Because I think you both share an even amount of blame here. Thunderfoot's not the kind of person who can be reasoned with to even regard Muslims as on the same level culturally or even intellectually as people living in the Western countries. And I can understand you are all on fire for your religion, you want to defend it, and you feel picked on and you want to defend yourself, but this will, like I said, this will never end, this will never stop, there will never be a conclusion or resolution to this issue. So that's my advice for Ali and Dawahfilms, and you all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon.